Welcome to the latest edition of The Run. My name is Steve Benz. We are broadcasting live right here in downtown Chicago. I sit in the studio called Studio B. Today's guest, he is the co-founder of a great magazine called Regard. It is a celebrity fashion and lifestyle digital publication. He is the creative director, chief editor, and co-founder. Let us welcome Dimitry Loiseau to the show. How are you, my friend?
I am doing well. How about yourself?
You know what? I'm doing fantastic. Now, I probably already garbled up your name, okay? So it's Loiseau. It's probably French. Am I right?
It is French. Yeah, you got it right.
Tell me, what's the right way to say your name?
Loiseau.
I got that wrong. I got that so wrong.
I mean, it sounds more complicated than that, but it actually just means bird, not that difficult.
So, Dimitry Bird. We'll just go with Dimitry. No, we won't. We won't do that. You are the owner and editor-in-chief of Regard magazine. Now, when we hear that, we think, oh, all he does is take pictures of pretty people. Tell me it's more than that.
It's way more than that. Regard is not just a fashion publication with lifestyle and things like that for celebrities. Mm-hmm. It's really about the experience, and I think that that's what a lot of the celebrities come away with is the experience that they have with us, the images that they get out of it, and being able to tell stories that matter. And the stories that matter is really about the work that they do. There's plenty of other magazines that kind of go a little more in-depth personally. Ours is all work-related. We just want to know about their projects. We want to know, what makes their characters tick, what we can, look forward to seeing, and things of that nature. And they really appreciate that. So it's a good relationship of trust that we have with the talent that we feature in the publication.
Wow. So what was the original idea when you put the magazine together, or what jump-started the whole process to start this magazine?
Funny enough, my partner and I, Valerie Noble, we started the publication together. Her background is hair and makeup, and so, having a background in photography, we said, well, we'll at least have half of the magazine covered. But the idea was really to just be able to kind of go back to what some of these older magazines have done. You take a look at Vogue or like Vanity Fair, it was all about just creating beautiful, timeless, quality images that, when you look at it 10, 15, 20 plus years from now, it looks like it was still done yesterday. And so, yes, with magazines, there's advertising and all these things that need to get plugged in, but we really, focus on really telling a beautiful story in a visual manner.
So who was your dream person to be on the cover when you first started, or the first person to interview? Who was that for you and your partner?
I can't remember who the actual first person was, but funny enough, we've had some amazing people either grace the cover or be featured in the publication. We've had people like Octavia Spencer,
right,
Meghan Markle, Sterling K. Brown, Chrissy Metz, Regina King, Wendy McClendon-Covey, Rosalind Sanchez, very diverse group of individuals who are all working actresses and actors. And some of them are actually princesses now, which we had no idea at the time.
Right.
But, again, going back to the experience, those images that we did, whether it was, 8, 9 years ago or what we've done recently, right, it all looks the same, just beautiful, classic, and timeless.
I don't know if you have any on-air people on there, but I'd like to volunteer. I want to be one of the pretty people. How about that?
Let's do that. Let's set it up, Steve. You got it.
One of those be like, Steve, could you back up a little bit further? A little bit further. But we know how that is.
Okay, we always have security at the shoot. So.
Oh, my God, yes. It's like, get that guy in the back. Put him in black. Get him in the back of the stage. No, I'm just kidding. I just want to be up front sometime. Now, I heard you're doing like a Grammy subscription or a Grammy magazine cover and stuff. Tell me about that. What is going on?
Yeah, so, we're always expanding on the magazine. And we've recently have done quite a few sports-themed issues, and we've had like a SB party to go along with that. And so we wanted to jump into the music industry, and feature musicians. And yes, so then that is going to culminate up to the Grammy party that we're going to have in February. The date is still to be determined, but it's going to be right around the same week as the Grammys. Mm-hmm. And just tell the stories from a music standpoint, and we're not looking for just the mainstream artists that everybody knows. We want to mix it up, whether it's hip hop, whether it's jazz, whether it's country. I actually love country music. But just make it as diverse as possible so that way we really can like speak to our demographic and educate them at the same time.
Sure. So who is your demographic since you bring that up? I mean, you're pretty eclectic.
Yeah, we are. I would say that our demo is definitely somewhere. It's definitely between like 18 and about 45. And the reason that is because that's the range of the age of the talent that we feature in the publication, right? Okay. So it really speaks to just how diverse it is. And these are people who love watching television, you know, people that love sports stars, people that hopefully love music talent that we're going to be featuring in our upcoming music issue.
So with this music issue, you said that you're into country. What about rock or anything else? What are your influences?
Well, you know, I grew, like, my musical influences are like the 90s, like the 80s and the 90s, you know, like the Boys to Men's and, you know, P. Diddy and everybody that was under his label. Right. And, of course, you know, Notorious B.I.G. You know, so that was kind of like my bread and butter for music, which is why they're, like, on heavy rotation on my Pandora right now. But, yeah, I mean, I still do appreciate, you know, rock music. You know, I actually got a chance to go to see U2 in concert, and they had Black Eyed Peas and Flash open for them. I mean, what a combo, right? Ridiculous. I mean, so you know, the great thing about music is that music speaks all languages, regardless of whatever language that you speak. When you hear that tune and it speaks to you, whether it's the melody, the harmony, or whatever the case is, it moves you. You know, and that's how we're all built.
Now, the beauty of music, I always see, is it covers all races, okay?
Yes.
Because if the lights are out and you're all jumping around with it, you're not looking at someone's skin color, someone's height, whatever, their sexuality, nothing. You're all just one group all singing along.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. I actually really like that. I'm gonna have to steal that from you, my friend.
Yeah.
Music is not racist. I love that.
And with that, you know, you dropped a little Biggie there, and I'm thinking, you're too pretty to be liking Biggie.
Oh man, well listen, I'm from New York, so I have to like Biggie. I mean, all right. As the fact that he was a lyrical genius. I mean, we're not gonna go back and, you know, we already know who the best was.
Because you threw some New York City at me. All right, now you're legit with me, okay? If you would have said, you know, hey, I'm from Anaheim and I like Biggie, then I would have been shaking my head, just totally shaking my head. That's good. That is awesome, man. See, I love all that. Now, I'm sure Electric Light Orchestra might be before you or whatever, but that's a group that has come back. Guys in his 70s, hasn't toured in 35 years. I sat in that group and I watched teenagers to people in their 70s and 80s at a show. And I was just blown away of what music really does and how it binds us all together. No matter what the world issue is, you put a song on and we can all sing along.
Yeah, it's amazing how music and sports do that. You close your eyes or you're watching a match or whatever the case is, it just has the ability to just, you know, bring that together. And, of course, like you said, music is just, it's beautiful, you know, and that's what I love about it. And that's why, yes, you know, we all may have our favorite artists or our favorite genres, but really if you're open to listening to all types of music, whether it's opera, whether it's like, you know, music from like the Middle East or country music, or, you know, throw a little Led Zeppelin in there. Right. I mean, it's all good stuff.
Hey, I heard a country version of some Stairway to Heaven, and I was like, say what? That was like the weirdest thing I'd ever heard.
Got to check that one out. Who did that one?
I'd have to look that up. Plus, I heard Van Halen. David Lee Roth did an entire set of Van Halen in country music. I just sat there going, shut up. I can't believe I'm sitting through this. That's how weird.
Yeah, I mean, one of the best concerts that I've ever been to was seeing Prince. I actually got a chance to see him
really? Nice.
twice. I saw him at the Hollywood Bowl,
and
I saw him at the Staples Center. And I mean, talk about an artist that does not disappoint. Right. I mean, that guy he was amazing, 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 and his music is going to live on. You know, I got a chance to see Vicente Fernandez, who is a Mexican artist. I mean. Don't bring your girl to his concert. That's all I got to tell you.
That's funny. That's funny. I ain't taking my girl nowhere now. Just absolutely nowhere. You know.
But I'm just saying, it's just so. I think it's so cool just to listen to different types of music, and you know, and and just build that appreciation for it. You definitely won't be disappointed.
Yeah, and I always thought for music or fashion or whatever, you got to open your mind. Open your mind to the possibilities. You don't have to like it, but it's just open your mind to the possibilities. That's where freedom comes. That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, they're all using the same instruments. Whether it's on a machine or whether it's live, it's all the same sounds.
And I would think you taking pictures, you're telling a story too, just like a musician.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's all about telling a story because, there's no, when you're taking still pictures, there's no opportunity to hear any kind of voice, And so for me, it's all about being able to extract what I need out of each individual and really capturing the essence of who they are. And that is what, to me, makes an image stand out. And, one of the best photographers to do it was Steve McCurry. And he's a National Geographic photographer. And I think you probably know his work. He was famous for shooting the Afghan girl with the green eyes for National Geographic.
Yeah, okay.
But in everything that guy has ever done, he captured the essence of the individuals who he photographed. And, that's what I aim to do, and that in itself tells a story, whether it's one portrait or a fashion spread, that's what it is.
So how would you do that? Is there someone that you had some difficulty working with in front of the camera and then you brought that out of them? Like, how would you do that?
The thing is that for the most part, I work with actors and actresses, right?
Okay.
So by and large, they're usually used to working with just having a script.
Got it.
So a lot of the times what happens is they become a little more closed off when it comes to just shooting them because they're so used to playing somebody else, right? And so really it's just, I don't plan any photo shoots. My photo shoots are gauged around how that person is feeling that particular day. And then I just go with that. I keep it very organic. At this point, it's not broken, so I will be nowhere try to fixing it.
So what do you got coming up over these next couple of months before we get closer to the Grammys? What can we expect at the magazine?
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is that when you're dealing with musicians now, you're dealing with the soul. These are people who put their soul into their music, and it's always exciting shooting musicians because for me, it's a little easier to kind of extract it from them. You know what I mean? They kind of wear their heart on their sleeve, so to speak.
I always thought, since I interview, thousands of musicians, met them all, what I found for myself is they hide behind the instrument. It's that one wall. It's the last wall before you get to see their soul. It's their trumpet. It's their guitar.
But, you can hear the soul, if that makes sense, through the music that they play.
Yeah, you just sit there and you just listen to them practicing in the back, just strumming away or whatever it is that you're doing. That's something I don't have, and I just wow, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. I mean, I respect all musicians, but especially the ones that can play an instrument. When you can sing and play the piano at the same time, or sing and doing the guitar, whether it's electric or acoustic. It's just there's so many different components of the mind that are working all at the same time. I think it's pretty phenomenal.
Tell you what, I'll throw this at you. I can play tambourine. There you go. There's your cover right there, my friend.
When did you play the tambourine?
Look, I ask every rock band that comes to town, I go, you see, I had a tambourine right with me. I always do. That's just how sick in the head I am.
Too much.
Dimitry, is an absolute pleasure. Where can they, first of all, they need to follow you on Instagram. I just followed you on Instagram. So tell us all your social media addresses.
Okay, so if you want to follow the magazine, it's at RegardMag on Instagram, RegardMag. And then if you want to follow me personally as a photographer, you surely can. It is at Dimitry L. See, I try to keep it a little easier because the last name throws a lot of people off. So Dimitry L is Dimitryl, and that's on Instagram.
I love it. As we get closer to the Grammys, I'm going to make sure I have you back on so we can talk about some of the photographs or people that you're looking at taking pictures of, man.
Absolutely. I would love that. Thank you so much, Steve.
Dude, it is an absolute pleasure to have you on. Favorite band? Who's your favorite band right now?
Favorite band right now? Does it have to be a band? Or
No, it doesn't have to be a band. Singer, whomever.
I like Bruno, man. I just love the way Bruno's bringing the old school back and modernizing it. He's getting everybody to dance again. That's what I love about him.
You got that. With that in mind, we're going to play a little Bruno just for you, Dimitry. Thank you so much for being on The Blend.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you next time.